Hey guys, this is Kendra with True TV, and I'm back with another video. I had to do this video because I was on another podcast. And you know what's so crazy? The ideology of some FBAs. I don't know what that is. The Federal Bureau of Americans. I don't know. They say something about Africa. We're not African, so I don't know. But the people who are claiming FBA, to me, are informants. I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, I digress. First and foremost, let's get something clear about the Charlie Kirk. I'm speaking for most black folk. Most black folk didn't know he was racist. So we had empathy when we heard about his death. I didn't know he was racist. I saw a couple of videos he made, and I didn't view it as racist. I didn't know he was racist until I saw Instagram posts after his death that he was racist. So right now it seems like people are trying to stir up black people to make some fake ass race war so they can get whatever agenda they're trying to get across. Because black people didn't know about racism, and since Charlie Kirk, about him being racist, and since Charlie Kirk done been around for a long time saying the things that he say, why is it now? I remember in the chat that I was just in the chat or watching a live on, I don't know, you liked something, right? I was just on their podcast, and I was just giving information like, first and foremost, black people have nothing to do with this. We didn't kill him. We have nothing to do with it spiritually, physically, financially, economically, mentally. We have nothing to do with this man's murder. Not one thing. There was no participation on our behalf. We didn't even know the man was racist. The ones who knew. They didn't tell us until now, so I don't know. And even then, there are a lot of black people who was like, well, it doesn't matter. That's his own opinion. Nobody should die for their own opinion. It's not that deep. You're investing yourself into somebody else's political view so much that you are actually hurting somebody. It's not that serious. What Charlie Kirk said about black people was like, well, what he eat, we didn't, and what we eat, he didn't, So it didn't make it never mind his opinion about black folk. You know what I mean? That's him. We were accustomed to people trying to have negative ideas about us. So who is a Charlie Kirk? Right? I didn't even know him by name. I only knew him by face. Right? So what difference does it make? It's not like white society didn't already have these ideas. Charlie Kirk saying it wasn't new news to anybody. Right? We already knew white America thought whatever they thought. So what difference does it make if he says it? Nobody hates him for his opinion, so stop trying to put that out there. And then another thing, why are we not talking about how Asians feel about Charlie Kirk's death? Why are we not talking about Latino, Hispanics, Africans, and how they feel about his death? Why are we fixating on what black Americans think about his death? What difference does it make? It has nothing to do with a cup of tea in China. We didn't kill him. And his own people are the ones that are speaking against him, not us. We are not empathetic. You have a couple of selective black people saying things, and now they're the voice for all black folk. Why is always only the negative opinion of black people spewed to be the majority of what for them thinking for the majority of us? I'm sorry, my mind got so much going on in it. And so, why is that even the topic? What difference does it make what we feel, what empathy we give Charlie Kirk, prayers to the family? What difference does it make whether we mad, like him, vote for him, whatever the case may be? What difference does it make? We didn't kill him. A white man did. So why don't you guys focus on that and less about what we think? Who cares? You're literally gaslighting and what's they say, and baiting us into racial conflict when you are discussing black people's ideas or our ideology about Charlie Kirk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right? But I want to show you, right? And I did this in another video. His own people don't support him. You know what I mean? His own people were the ones who took him out, and his own people don't support him. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with us. When a black person when a black man kills another black man or whatever, we're not, blaming white people. We blaming a black man. You know what I mean? No matter who paid you, no matter who told you, you still got the right to decide to do the right thing. We can't blame white people for every action of a black person. And I don't. Even though sometimes it's orchestrated by white folks. That's the difference. And again, I said sometimes. We don't have no... Listen, we only heard about Charlie Kirk. Sorry, I keep saying that. We only heard about him through Instagram and his racism, right? We didn't know this prior. A lot of us didn't know nothing about the man. So that's why I'm like, why are y'all trying to paint a picture? We have nothing to do with this. Leave us out of conflict. Stop trying to bait a race war between white and black people. It's silly. There's absolutely no reason why anybody should care about black people's opinion about Charlie Kirk. Well, you're not asking Asians. Again, you're not asking Hispanics. Don't worry about what we think. What difference does it make? The man is gone because of his own opinion. What should matter is that people can actually kill and make somebody their enemy because they have an opposing argument. That should be the issue. Agree to disagree. Whether he agrees with somebody else's life, who cares? That man ate, I didn't poop. So I could care less what he think about me. I'm not invested. And nobody should be. That's his own opinion. But again, let me go ahead and show you guys that his own people aren't for me though.
Myself.
And mind you, check out, like, share, and subscribe on these videos.
On a more serious note, the reason that the worst people you know are on Facebook right now freaking out about empathy and children, father, wife, family, all of that is not because they're not okay with political violence. It's because this is the first time that they have ever been confronted with the fact that the political violence that they advocate for can happen to them.
This is going to be more of a brutal take than the vast majority of people on this issue where Charlie Kirk was today, and I don't care at all, and that includes the family he left behind. I have absolutely no sympathy or empathy at all.
But see, that to me, everybody have different morals, but the only moral that should count is God's morals, right? I don't agree with that. So don't try to villainize me because I dare to challenge the status quo. Black people have nothing to do with this. I don't think anybody should kill anybody for their opinion. Point blank, period. And so like buttholes, everybody got it. Let it roll off your shoulder.
People that repeatedly
have tough skin.
No problem demonizing and making life harder for those that didn't have parents to grow up with, and that includes myself, man. They absolutely despise people that are homeless, that even just fell on hard times and everything and lost everything. They absolutely hate them.
You know that feeling when your feed explodes with news so chaotic you have to blink twice just to make sure it's real? That is the mood right now as headlines scream, Charlie Kirk is dead. Timelines are on fire. Tributes on one side, memes on the other, conspiracy theories bubbling up, and receipts flying everywhere. White folks are digging up old clips, resurfacing his most controversial takes, and stamping them with one clear message. Don't rewrite this man's history.
Right. You hear white people are doing that. Why are black people in this conversation? I didn't know he was racist until some white person put it online that he was. He said, they are the ones who said black people don't have no empathy for this man. He's racist. Look what he said with George Floyd. Look what he said about you. Look what he said about how he think you stupid. That you have to understand. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really follow him. I seen 1 or 2 clips of him, and he didn't say anything crazy to me. Not even racist. I didn't know that he was even being considered racist. I was over here arguing with my mom like he was a man of God, because that's what I thought. I did not know he was anything other than when white people made Instagrams about him. We only knew it from white folk.
And that tagline, "We don't care too," isn't just sass. It's the collective shrug of communities who live on the receiving end of Kirk's firebrand rhetoric.
Charlie Kirk created the culture that killed him. Charlie was a professional provocateur. He used inflammatory fallacies and thought-terminating cliches to embolden those who have always held power, straight, white, cisgendered men. He even convinced some marginalized people that they could gain power by aligning themselves with these systems. Patriarchy, white supremacy, Christian nationalism. He profited off of this rhetoric at the expense of others' humanity. Charlie Kirk created the culture that killed him. One where gun violence is so normalized that even children are seen as collateral damage. Did he see his own life as a fair trade? How about his wife's husband? How about the father of his children? But it's not just the policies that may have cost him his life. I'm not sure if Donald Trump would have been elected without Charlie Kirk and his...
But that's what I'm saying. It is not black people that's spewing this hate about Charlie Kirk. It's white people. So I don't know how we're even in this topic. Okay. We're not even... I don't know how we're in this topic. We have nothing to do with it. I know one of my... Okay. We have nothing... Oh, that's my AC. We have nothing to do with it. Sorry, guys, if you heard that hissing. That was my AC. You know what I mean? We have nothing to do with it. Point blank, period. I don't know how we're in this.
Influence on Gen Z men. Regardless who is Trump's ally, a faithful servant to a regime that glorifies violence is something good men do. Fascism is here, in part because of Charlie Kirk. And fascism is violent. But America has always been violent. Saying there's no place for political violence in America is as hollow as giving a thought and a prayer between the shooting at UVU and the school shooting in Colorado. America was built on political violence and it continues to enact political violence every day. It's easy to condemn political violence when there's a hand on a trigger. It's harder to condemn everything that put the gun there in the first place, or the tax dollars funding a genocide, or the policies that disappear people who don't look like Charlie. We dream of a world without violence, but we live in one that demands it. Fascism can't be voted out or petitioned away or debated into irrelevance. It must be confronted, and confrontation under fascism is never peaceful. Political violence has been a daily reality for Indigenous people, Black Americans, trans individuals, Palestinians.
Well, consequences have actions, doesn't it, my dude? I mean, the irony to be...
But that's what I'm saying. Again, his people, his own white people, are the ones saying this. We are not. You have some black people just now saying this stuff or saying mean things about him. Before that, some of us didn't even know this man existed. Some of us knew he existed, saw some memes, but didn't really, weren't really invested because we weren't invested. We watched other stuff. I don't know. I didn't even know the man's name, right? I wasn't until I seen his face. I was like, oh, I seen him before. You know what I mean? That's it. I seen him before say their things, and what he was talking about wasn't racist, so I don't know. I only started giving commentary about it is because they started blaming black folk. And I didn't fare to know how we had anything to do with it. And now you have podcasters, black ones, white ones, and people in between trying to put us in it, trying to say that black people wanted him. No, we did not. What the hell are you talking about? Can y'all please leave us out of these things? Stop using us as scapegoats. We ain't got nothing to do with it. We are always placed in something. We're tools to use to kill our bodies and kill us and scapegoat us and use us as a way for unifying of white folk. Just unify. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Do what you doing. Leave us out of it. I don't know why y'all keep on bothering us. We ain't got nothing to do with it. And it's not racist to say that. Nobody can show me where we were talking about this prior. And that's the truth. That what was said on that podcast. Nobody who saw black people ever talking about the racism of Charlie Kirk until white people put it on Instagram. They said to black people, listen, don't have no sympathy for this man. He racist. I didn't even know he was racist. I thought he was a man of God, like I just said. I didn't know anything about him. I saw his podcast. Not his podcast. I never seen his podcast. I didn't even know he got it until I Googled it. Right? I seen a clip. They little Instagram clips, TikTok clips. That's what we see. YouTube shorts. That's it. And to be honest, I really never really seen those. So I don't know about his stuff. I don't have, again, I believe in God. Everybody deserves empathy. Everybody deserves forgiveness. So therefore, I'm not holding that man because I don't want to be held either. I want God to hold me for my sins, so I ain't going to hold nobody else. That's as simple as that. And that's my morals. Everybody don't have morals. Period. Leave us out of it. It's Kendra with Trust TV. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all.